Product liability is one of these funny legal terms. All it means is that some consumer product of some kind turns out to be dangerous and hurts somebody. It can be a car. It can be, one of my early cases was a bottle of drain cleaner that a lady bought at her hardware store that turned out it had been made with a very dangerous chemical formula, and it exploded up into her face and really hurt her terribly. So it can be any kind of household product, anything like that, anything that has the capability of really hurting somebody. Manufacturers just don't always think of putting the consumer first and putting safety first. Let's take seatbelts, for example. Used to be that the middle seat of a car, for example, or even all the back seats in cars only had lap belts. Well, it was only when manufacturers started getting lots of lawsuits from people who suffered terrible, tragic injuries because they only had a lap belt, and you can actually suffer a really bad spinal cord injury from a lap belt. That's just one example. Only when the manufacturers get challenged in court on that and saying, wait a second, it wouldn't be that much expensive for you to put a 3-point shoulder lap belt in there and really protect people. You challenge them in court. Next year's model of car, lo and behold, it's got the 3-point restraint that they didn't have before. That story happens over and over in all kinds of consumer products out there. If you think you've been a victim of a defective product, by all means, don't throw it away. Save it. Save the evidence that you purchased it, although you don't have to be the buyer to necessarily bring the case, but you've got to preserve the evidence.